Welcome to Triumph IAS. It's a daily mains practice question and answer series. This program is exclusively designed for UPSC CSE aspirants. In this video discussion, we will discuss UPSC CSE mains previous 25-year questions. Question number 1. How does the cryosphere affect global climate? Let's start with the introduction of the answer. Snow and ice, including sea ice, lake and river ice, snow cover, glaciers, ice caps and sheets, and frozen ground, make up the cryosphere, the Greek word for cold, the places on Earth where water exists in solid form. The main body of the answer should be number 1. The cryosphere is a lifeline, with nearly 70% of Earth's fresh water stored in glaciers and ice caps. More than 1 billion people around the world, Q 2010, rely on the cryosphere as a source of drinking water. Number 2. In Arctic regions, sea ice provides a home for animals like seals and polar bears, feeding and breeding areas for a variety of migrating species, and hunting grounds for local communities. Number 3. Although most of Earth's frozen water is found near the poles, snow and ice can actually be found on all 7 continents. Acting like a highly reflective blanket, the cryosphere protects Earth from getting too warm. Snow and ice reflect more sunlight than open water or bare ground. Number 4. The presence or absence of snow and ice affects heating and cooling over the Earth's surface, influencing the entire planet's energy balance. Number 5. Changes in snow and ice cover affect air temperatures, sea levels, ocean currents, and storm patterns all over the world. Just as changes in the cryosphere can influence climate, changes in climate can also dramatically alter the Earth's snow and ice-covered areas. Number 6. Unlike other substances found on the Earth, snow and ice exist relatively close to air melting points and can easily change back and forth between solid and liquid. With just slight variations in Earth's temperature, thousands of square miles of snow and ice can accumulate or melt, making the cryosphere one of the most powerful indicators of climate and climate change. Conclusion of the answer is: today, scientists also use satellites to observe the cryosphere and monitor changes. Using these data, they are able to make predictions about what the cryosphere and Earth's climate might look like many years from now. Question number 2. Increasing cross-border terrorist attacks in India and growing interference in the internal affairs of several member states by Pakistan are not conducive for the future of SAARC, South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. Explain with suitable examples. Let's start with the introduction of the answer. India and Pakistan are 2 major economies of SAARC, but the hostility between 2 nations raises serious questions about future of SAARC. India has seen surge in cross-border terrorist attacks in the last few years. India's perspective is that terror and trade cannot go hand in hand. The main body of the answer should be number 1. The SAARC has been functioning since 1985, but it could not become an active organization, and the dream of greater cooperation could not materialize fully. SAARC is far behind fulfilling its purpose when compared to other such organizations such as ASEAN. Number 2. The South Asian Satellite, South Asian University located in Delhi, SAARC Disaster Management Center, SDMC, and SAARC Tuberculosis and HIV/AIDS Center, STAC, are some of the initiatives of SAARC which India is a part of and is actively contributing. Number 3. However, Pakistan has shown immaturity as a nation on more than one occasion. The South Asian Motor Vehicle Agreement could not be materialized because of Pakistan's reluctance. The offer of SAARC satellite by India has been stalled by Pakistan. Number 4. The issue of Kashmir is the foremost one which doesn't allow the nations to work jointly. India has granted the MFN status to Pakistan, which Pakistan is yet to grant to India. Number 5. It can be argued that as long as Pakistan continues to harbor terrorists on its soil, the future of SAARC is bleak. Much of the security challenges emanate from Pakistan because it uses terrorism as an instrument of its state policy. Number 6. It stands between South Asia and Central Asia and holds the key to intra as well as interregional trade and commerce. Conclusion of the answer is: therefore, it is difficult to address the aforesaid challenges without dropping in Pakistan into the SAARC framework for regional cooperation. Question number 3. Border management is a complex task due to difficult terrain and hostile relations with some countries. Elucidate the challenges and strategies for effective border management. Let's start with the introduction of the answer. An effective border management system is an integral and vital part of the national security. India shares more than 10,000 kilometers of its land boundary with 7 nations, and the list goes up if maritime borders also included. The main body of the answer should be: the difficult terrain of Himalayas and hostile relations with Pakistan and China and a long coastline makes border management a challenge for India. Effective border management. #1. Challenges at various places. It is not possible to erect border fence due to the geographical barriers like rivers, lands, etc. Number 2. Many border regions have their own ethnic, cultural, religious and racial identities remarkably distinct from the mainland. This becomes a reason for affinity with those across the border. Number 3. Historical incidents like partition infusing separatist tendency among local population, which is further fueled by hostile neighbors' ego Kashmir. Number 4. Long stretches of porous borders becomes easy route for infiltrators. Many regions along the borders are demarcated by natural barriers like rivers, valleys, etc. Number 5. Harsh climate along the border make it difficult to station troops. International border is guarded by multiple agencies like BSF, ITBP, SSB, Army, Navy, etc., and therefore coordination becomes a major issue. Cross-border trade also poses threat to security, as the anti-national elements can easily enter the country through trade routes. Effective border management. Number 1. Strategies and effective comprehensive integrated border management system, SIBMS, with different kind of sensors in unfenced areas using state-of-the-art technologies, smart border fencing with invisible electronic barrier on land, water, air and underground. It will be all-weather border surveillance speed up in the process of fencing the porous border along the Indo-Pak and Indo-Bangladesh border. Number 2. Use of advanced technologies for border surveillance ranging from night vision goggles, infrared devices to using surveillance by drones. The development of border areas is a part of the comprehensive approach to the border management, and the border area development plan focuses on socio-economic development of the people along the border. Conclusion of the answer is: keeping local people in confidence with socio-economic development of the area and making them an integral part of the border management system will not only enrich agencies with vital informations about infiltration, but will also play an important role in longer strategic roles concerning the border regions.